Hi, it's Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts, and this is parrying versus blocking. In a lot of traditional martial arts, when people first learn to fight, they learn how to block. And then you watch them spar and they can't use any of them. It almost never works. It fails all the time. And you wonder, why do you teach it? Well, you teach it because when you learn to block, you're learning the fundamentals of how they work. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's how they're going to work. So blocking, if he throws a punch, if I stop this, that's bad. What I mean by that is in my head, it's good I didn't get hit, but I'm not on offense. In my mind, I'm on defense. So I stop this, and then he throws a second one, and then he throws a third one, and I'm trying to block and stop this. But the reality is I'm not in offense, and he's going to overwhelm me and take me, and that's how it is. I like to parry more than I block. If I am going to block, I'm not going to block in the way I just showed you. If I'm going to block, it's going to be very aggressive. Like as it comes in, I'm trying to destroy things, or I'm trying to hurt them. So it's more of a blocked and hit, because it's a yang thing, right? It's very energy, very aggressive when you come in. A block should be like I'm trying to injure him. I'm trying to set him into a position to where I hit him and I hurt him. That's what blocking is. Blocking is not a stoppage. Parrying, on the other hand, is the flip side of the coin. Parrying is relaxing and letting it go. So I want you to envision if this punch comes here, right? What I want to do is I want to let it go on its angle and let it come through. So what happens is I let it go, but to do this I have to move. My hand is unlike a block, where I would try and stop this with this motion. The parry, what it does, it makes contact, and then when it comes through my face, it just kind of helps it go on the angle away from you. It's a very subtle thing. It requires really good feet and movement. Funny story, kind of. When I first learned to parry, when I was sparring with people, I was getting killed when I first learned it. Because I was doing these nice parries, and they were really light, and they were great, but I wasn't moving my feet, so these things were blowing right through, and I was getting killed. And I couldn't figure it out. Like, why am I getting hit so much? These parries are like, I learned them, they're so nice, but I wasn't doing this. If I had done that, they worked a lot better. Years later, I figured that out. So what I want you to envision is like, say we have like these, right? Like a traditional, like a hard block like this. Now, it's the same thing. It comes up, and as he pushes through me, this rolls. See, it rolls. So all I'm doing is I'm taking this same motion, and instead of fighting it, once we make contact, I roll it and let him come in. That's all it is. If it was say he was coming down, instead of stopping this, right? It's the same thing. I catch it and I roll it. He throws here, I roll. Instead of me stopping like this, all I want to do is I want to pass it by my head. Don't fight it. Let it go on its path and let it set the next hits up nicely, which is what you want. The advantage of a parry versus a hard block is you have to remember your opponent can feel what you're doing. So when I block like this, do you see what he just did there? Now you see how much farther he went? What happened was on the first one, he felt resistance. So he knew something was up. So what he did is he came in and he got okay and he stopped, he got ready to hit me again. When he did this, it's like this weird trick of the mind. When he touches this, he feels contact, it feels good to him, but then it lets go. And as it lets go, it makes him want to go farther, which brings him in deeper for better hits. If I block him, it's almost like his mind is ready to defend itself. But if I suck him in, like he'll run into this, and the hit will be so much deeper and much more of a surprise. I personally like to parry to try and bring people in closer to hit them better. You have to learn to give ground, but your feet are probably the most important thing. If he punches like this, and I do that, that's what I should do. This just helps it. That's all it is. This just helps. As it comes in, that just helps. Also with parries, a really good idea is learning to move your head. You know, it's not enough to go like this, because if you miss, he's going to take your head off. Get used to the idea of I move and I set it. With parries too, You got the guy to commit. That was the point. You better take advantage of it. When he comes in and I parry, that other hand better hit him right away. If I go like this and parry and stop, well, that doesn't do us any good. He's close and he's going to hurt me. Even if I do this, right, and I go like this, I better be right away rolling in to do my work. I hit him, right, I come in. Whatever the parry is, once I have it, I have that ability to come in right away. Always right away. Don't wait. You don't have time. This isn't like the movies where you watch Ip Man like block for 5 hours like this. He goes like this, he punches again, and I go like this, and we go like this, and we do this for 12 hours. No, it comes in, I slip it, I hurt it. That's it. If you were a traditional martial artist and you want to start learning this, this is how I learned it. I used to do this on my own a lot. So I want you to envision 4-point blocking system. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You see how like it's very rigid and aggressive, and that's fine. There are times, especially when you're attacking a guy, that works. If you want to learn how to parry with it, what you got to do is learn to get the rest of the body involved. So watch, we're going to change this a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how much body play is in there? 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a good start, but that's how I was getting killed sparring, because I was doing it soft, but you notice my feet aren't moving. In reality, you want that softness and that movement. You have to have this footwork, you have to have this ability to move, and you have to have the ability to roll all of the joints. If you can roll everything while you step, it'll work well. The last part of the gig is make sure as you evade and roll, you get that other hand right up. So whenever I get used to this, whatever the parry is, I want to be right away in position to fire or kick or whatever I'm going to do. Play around with it. Very relaxed. Feel how your body works. See how you can twist and roll and use the rest of your body. Add the feet and then add the hand. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to share and please leave comments of anything you need to know. It helps the channel grow. Thank you again.